Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Dakota, and I'm back with another video. And for today's video, I created this like pink, purple, smoky, half-cut crease kind of look with a wing liner. And if you guys want to see how I created this look, and you want to see how you can achieve this look using the Morphe X James Charles palette, then please keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to be doing is, of course, my eyebrows. And I have recently been filling them kind of like naturally and not like as thick as I was. So I'll show you what I mean by that. I usually just start by like, let's scoot in a little bit so you can see. I start by combing my brows out first, making sure they're all going the same way. Like so. And yes, I have hair dye on my face. Oops. Anyways, then I use the other end of my brow pencil, and I start at the end. And I've been keeping like the same shape as it like naturally grows in. Like that. Kind of. And then I lightly start to feather it towards the beginning of my brow. And I just bring the beginning of the brow inward. Like so. Like that. And then the top of my brow, I just do the same shape as it is. But just slightly making it a little darker. If that makes any sense at all. Like so. Now with the brow, I go ahead and I take the other side, the little spoolie part, and I like brush it up like this. And it takes it a minute to blend. But once I've combed it out like that, I just take my finger and I'll like clean up the top of the brow. And then I'll also take my finger and clean up the beginning of the brow as well, like this. Like that. And okay, so I'm going to do the same thing to the other brow, and that's pretty much how I've been filling in my brows recently, is like that. So I thought I would just show you guys. So let me wrap up the other brow, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the next step that I do is my eyeshadow primer. And for today, I'm actually going to be probably dipping into it looks like the James Charles palette is what I'm wanting to use for today. Let's make sure we're in focus. There we go. And so for primer, when I'm using pressed pigments, I usually will use a concealer, but not in the way that you think. I'm not going to like cake on the concealer and then put on the eyeshadow, because then the eyeshadow won't blend properly. And if you're using pressed pigments or any kind of, this almost works for almost every type of eyeshadow, you want to use a thin layer of concealer, and it will prep your eyes just as good as a MAC paint pot, in my opinion. I've never had a MAC paint pot, but my eyeshadow blends out so well when I do this. So for today, I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics Pro Studio Concealer, and I'm going to show you guys how to prime it for pressed pigments, or maybe like eyeshadows that are more like tricky to use, and show you a way to prime your eyelids that's not going to make it patchy, not going to make it hard to blend. So if you want to see that, then keep on watching. Okay, so it's missing the lid because that's just kind of like the ratchet kind of person that I am. I'm like missing lids off of everything. But I just take a little bit of this and I put it on my hand, and that's probably enough for both eyelids right here, just the tiniest amount. Okay? Then you're gonna just take your finger and get a little bit of product and pop that on the eyelids. And you just need a thin layer. You don't need anything too thick, too cakey, because then your eyeshadows are just not gonna blend. And I find this way works well when you do not set it, which I used to be like an eyeshadow primer setting queen. I used to be like, if you don't set your eyeshadow primer, like your shadows are gonna be patchy. But I found that using this kind of technique, using like a thicker concealer, but also still using a thin layer to prime the eyelids, has improved how my eyeshadow blends out. And I like to leave it unset. So I'm just making sure I blended it out nice and evenly, just like so. and then we're gonna get started on the eyeshadow. So here I have my Morphe X James Charles palette, and I'm just gonna pop her open. Oh, I have actually not gotten to use this recently because I've been actually trying to force myself to use other products because I was using this for like 2 months straight, and I really like beauty and I really like the beauty industry because there's always new stuff coming out, and I wanted to try so many new products, but I was like, this is like a holy grail. Like, I was just stuck, attached to this palette, really. So I'm actually gonna dip into this again. This is actually my favorite eyeshadow palette that I have thus far, and I have quite a few. But the blendability on these eyeshadows is really good. They just blend and they work so well together that you can create almost any look with this eyeshadow palette. Not sponsored, obviously. I probably wouldn't get sponsored if I wanted to. Anyways, so I'm thinking I want to go with the pink and do like a pinky purple kind of cut crease look today, because I feel like that would be really fun and playful and easy to do. So the first shade that I'm going to be popping into is Pinkity Drinkity, I believe. I lost the plastic insert because I'm dumb. So some of these shades, like, I remember so well, and you know, some of them I forgot. So I know that this one is Pinkity Drinkity, and I know that this one is Skip, and you know, a couple others, but yeah, so bear with me, I lost the plastic insert. Okay, so I have Pinkity Drinkity, and I'm just going to be popping that in my crease. Just like so, just a light dust of it, you know? This is getting that primer ready to blend. Oh, one thing I learned when I first started doing eyeshadows as well is not to hold, when I first learned how to blend them and get a seamless blend with my eyeshadows, I started out holding it like right here, and I used to like push the product and try to blend it, and it would be patchy. So try to hold your makeup brushes, at least your eyeshadow brushes, out here towards the end, and it'll help it'll help blend your eyeshadows seamlessly. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, I'm just gonna pop Pinkity Drinkity into my crease until I feel like we have a nice light wash of this color, and until I feel like I have enough. Oh, by the way, I bought this little palette here just for like laughs, because I was like, I watched the Tana Mojo review of this palette here, the Laura Lee Los Angeles Animal palette, and I had to give it a go. And I did create a somewhat good look, but working with this product was so hard. I'll give her that. She got pigment, but they do not blend very good. My favorite shade out of the whole palette is this one, because you can just like literally wipe it on the lid. It's really pretty. It's a really pretty pink color, but there's like no transition shades in this whatsoever, so it is very hard to create a look just using this palette. So I don't know if I'd recommend getting this palette or not. I just got it for fun because I wanted to try it out. I've never tried any of her eyeshadows before, but this formulation, girl, it ain't it. Like, they were so hard to blend out. So if you want to see the look that I created with them, you can head over to my Instagram, and I believe I posted it there. Yeah, I obviously know it looks patchy and kind of rough because those shadows were patchy and they don't blend very good. I'm sorry. I also like that Pinkity Drinkity could be used as like a blush for me, because it's like almost like a natural color compared to my skin tone. I think I have more of like a pink undertone or something, because it matches so well. Okay. So the next eyeshadow I'm going to be taking is Skip, and it's this hot pink. And I'm just going to be packing that literally right there and work it into the crease as well. Yes, these shades have some fallout, but it comes off pretty easily. And yes, these shadows can stain if you're not using the proper makeup remover. Heads up, in case you're following this tutorial and you go, oh my god, Dakota made me stain my eyelids, and like, oh my gosh. I didn't make you stain your eyelids, girl. Coconut oil or Vaseline takes pressed pigments off so good. And I mention that a lot. So, yep, and then I'm going to do the same thing to this eye. Right now it just looks like a hot pink mess, but I promise by the time I'm done, this will come out and look pretty decent, you know? I'm not gonna say I'm the best makeup artist out there because there are way better people than me. But I know that this look will at least come out decent. What I like to do when working with like pink eyeshadows as well is to kind of flick them out a bit. So, I got a mirror over here, so that's what I'm looking at. So, sorry, not sorry. I need to be able to see. To blend. And that looks pretty good. To me. And we're done. Just kidding. So yeah. Going back into Skip. That's what it's called. I am putting that right here. I'm just slowly building it up now. Right there. If you guys want a more like precise look, you can always use like Scotch tape. And see how I'm like holding the brush like closer now? This is because I actually want the product to stick there and actually look bold this time. And I apologize for my chair like screeching. You know? Sorry. Ooh, I think we should use, I believe it's called Flashback. The highlighter shade Face is really nice too. Okay, so I'm dipping back into Pinkity Drinkity. Honestly, I don't know why the eyes look so different on camera. They're not that different in real life. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of pink on the side to even it out on camera. There we go. It looks a little better, even though we're gonna cut it anyways. It looks better now. So I'm going back in with Pinkity Drinkity to soften up the edges up here. And I'm just kind of stamping it on and then blending it out. This is where I will be going in with some purple. So I'm just going in with that dark purple shade. It's on the bottom here. It's going to be this one. Top my brush off. And then I'm just going to be stamping this literally like right here. Because what we're doing now is creating some depth into the look. And just bring it in ever so slightly, like so. Like so. Ta-da! So now I'm going to be taking my BH Cosmetics concealer, and I'm going to be cutting the crease because we're going to do like a half cut crease kind of moment. So I'm trying to find my brush that I'm going to use. Let me kind of clean it off. And I'm just going to be taking the concealer and cutting my crease. I'm going to be taking about yay high. Like so. I think that looks about even there. And then I just lightly like to feather out the ends and blend it in. So everything kind of flows nice and even. Just like so. Okay, now I'm going to be popping back into the purple shade again. And I'm going to be putting that on my outer corner. Just like so. Okay, so it looks pretty well blended out. If it'll be in focus, that would be great. There we go. So as you guys can see, and then I like to take Pinkity Drinkity, that's what it's called. I was trying to think of the name and then I was like, I lost it, I forgot it. And I like to help that purple blend in with the white by taking it like right there and helping it blend out. Just right there in the middle of the lid. Okay. I'm going to use the same brush that I used to cut the crease and carve it out. And I'm going to be taking the white shade from James's palette right here and putting that right there. Did you guys see how pigmented that is? So this is one of the shades in the palette that you want to pack and then blend. Just as a heads up when you're working with these. Pack and then blend. Like so. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. Pack and then blend. Just like so. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. I think it's time for some eyeliner. So I'll be right back and we'll do some eyeliner. Okay, so I figured for this look, I'm just gonna do like a thin line and then a wing, I think. We'll see. And I'm using my favorite liquid liner ever. This is the LA Colors liquid eyeliner from Dollar Tree. And I literally swear by this one. Like, this one is really good. At least for me. I love it. Because I grew up using Dollar Tree products, and some of them are like a staple that you stick with forever. And this is one of them. I've actually never tried a high-end liner, I think. I don't think I have. I'm keeping it rather kind of thinnish so that everybody can see like the eyeshadow, if that makes sense. Because when I do like thick liner, it like covers my entire lid. So I'm just kind of keeping it thin. So just something like this. And then ta-da! Now I'm gonna do the other eye off camera, and I'm gonna apply some mascara and some falsies, and we'll be back to finish off the face. Be right back. Okay, so I just finished popping on the lashes. I'm gonna go ahead and actually do my foundation, bronzer, blush, highlight, and everything off camera, and I'll be right back to wrap this video up so it's not too long. So give me just a second, I'll be right back. Alright, so for lips today, I'm actually gonna be using the Urban Decay Back Talk lipstick. And that concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!